Britannia Mill 1860, which has now been replaced by Tesco and Aldi, next door to each other. It's quite beautiful that though, isn't it? So we're in Padiham. Last time we finished this walk, I think I came down from there to Padiham, and now we're going to head along one of my favourite walks in the Pendle City area, which is along the Calder Valley. It's well pretty. It's one of those places where you sort of like runs parallel to the main Padiham Road area, where it's pure countryside, and you know there's people above, beyond the rim of the hill. You know, but you can't tell. And you're like proper close to, proper close to the conurbation, but you're right in countryside. Anyway, what am I spluffing on about? I don't know, bullshit really. So, Tesco, the Bill Gates of fucking shopping. So yeah, so this series would have been Padiham's main mill areas, because it's right next to the Calder, so it's right next to the river. And there's a lot of sort of empty spaces where the factories used to be. Yeah, I mean that's the edge of one there. Not so empty. Today's date, I think it's March, is it 14th? It's about that day, I think. There's the River Calder. It's quite a nice river really. Like I said, that is fed by the River Brun of Burnley, which then goes down to the Ribble, which then goes to Preston and then to the sea. I was in Preston the other day actually. It's quite it's the main city. It's a city now, the city of Lancashire, and it's saying we want to be the third city of the northwest, behind fucking, look at that, to keep the kids out bad way. Morning. Right. Just doing a walk. So that footbridge will take you over into the bottom of Padiham, well, middle of Padiham, but there's no more bridges now for ages. We're stuck on this side of the river because I ain't going in that Calder. Cold. It's spelled with an A, but it's fucking freezing. Look at that industrial Lancashire. There's the factory, there's the houses at the top of the street. I don't know, this time you look at the size of this baby, this used to be one factory back in there, I don't know what it was called. So, yeah, it's a nice fine day for a walk as well. The wind has dropped, the sun's out, should look good. So yeah, I was in Preston the other day, the wannabe capital of the county, and it's actually quite cool. It's got quite a student area and quite a lot of shopping and stuff, but Preston's just full of dicks. Such a shame. They should make Burnley capital of fucking Lancashire, because everyone in Burnley is well sound, including my Uncle Peter. Though he's a dick, but he's still sounding when he's not being a dick. Yeah. So we are now entering a region which is called Gawthorpe. Now Gawthorpe, we'll probably get a glimpse of the hall. So Gawthorpe Hall was one of the two noble houses. The Townleys and the Gawthorpes. So Townleys ran Burnley, the Gawthorpes ran Padiham, kind of thing. And yeah, that's where I went to school, so I know the playing area quite well. And it's where Burnley Football Club train. So as we get nearer, I'll give you a bit more about that story. But it's a very idyllic spot. I know that one of the Brontes came to Gawthorpe Hall once, just before she died or something. So they had a Richard Gawthorpe, I called, quite a literary community in those days. For, you know, we didn't have much across the north. Everyone moved to London. In the way of that literati. But we do have the Brontes. And Damo now. Well, Ted Hughes is from Marlborough, and the other guy, the current, okay, I can't even remember his name. He's from Manchester, current poet laureate. So it'll be quite ironic that three of about 5 poet laureates in a row are going to be from this stretch of the world. That's me, by the way. Probably not next one after. I write some rap poems because I'm an anti-monarchist. Right, so we're just about to break into open countryside. Well, look, you can see, middle of March, it's, the flowers are coming. It's probably going to take me all year to do all this. Yeah, so that's Brierfield training. It's where Vincent Company is currently fucking things up. Aren't you, Vinny, you dick? He shouldn't have changed it. I looked at the team sheet the other day. Half at team, well, weren't, maybe more than half weren't playing in the championship winning side last year. He's just fannying about. So all these playing fields were up for sale. There would have been originally Gawthorpe lands, and then the couple of farmers. Well, now it became farming country, and a couple of the farms are up for sale. Now Bob Lord, who was Burnley's chairman in the 50s from Down Lower House, innovative. I think I talked about it in my first video. He was a forward thinker, and he was going to bring the title to Burnley, you know, in 1960. But in 1955, he goes to an auction, buys those 2 farms, and says, right, Burnley are going to be the first football team in the whole of the country who are going to have their own training pitches away from the ground. Like before then. That's why you look at 1950s, 40s footage of football grounds. The pitches are just a mud pits because they train on them as well. You know, so he said, so what we've done, so Burnley's established the training centre in Gawthorpe, and then suddenly we're attracting the best footballers from the northeast, who they were mad for football because they just played out mines all day. So they were fit as fuck, and they're just mad for football. So we got them, put the young ones there, and we created great teams. And then we just made an absolute, not fortunes, but it's like a factory. We'd bring players to play there, teach them football, and sell them on. So that was built. So recent history of Burnley Football Club. In the sun's come out. It's all nice. So we were championship winners in 60. Bob Lord did right well. They took us. We got to quarter-finals at Champions Cup and Champions League, whatever, European Cup. You know, throughout the 60s we held as place. We played in the UEFA Cup, 67, and then we went down. And then the team of the 70s brought us back up. And then 1976, Bob Lord's only got 4 years to live now anyway. It's the end of his. All good things come to an end. Bob Lord's a bastard is a song they used to sing, bless him. But he was the one running brought us here, you know what I mean? He's a fucking genius. Anyway, 1976, Burnley start their downward spiral through the leagues. 1976, by the way, they got relegated from top flight, and I think about a month later I get born. So in my lifetime, they've never been in top flight. I just hear rumours. I started becoming aware of Burnley Football Club when I was about 8, 9 and 10. I think I went on my first game when I was about 8. Now, when I was 11, just about to turn, that's the famous Orient game where we had to win last game of the season to stay in the Football League, and we did it 2-1, bottom at 4th Division. Would have been all the sports press and beyond were ready to come to Burnley to write the obituary. You know what I mean? But the death of one, because only like 20 years ago we were one of the top teams in England, and suddenly. But anyway, we didn't die, we survived, and that then became the long and inexorable climb back to the top flight, which happened in 2000. 2009 when Owen Coyle, who's an absolute wanker by the way, but that will come to that another time I'm sure. I'll tell you why Owen Coyle's a wanker, shall I? 2009, Burnley go up fight playoffs, Sheffield United, Wade Elliott goal, right, but back at net, fucking banging, right? Halfway through next season, we're doing alright, not amazing, we're doing alright, we're holding his own considering we didn't really have any money. And I remember going on a game, right, Boxing Day was, Bolton Wanderers, who were struggling, they were bottom at league at that point. Bolton Wanderers come to town, and Owen Coyle used to play for Bolton, and they start singing his name, like, oh we love you Owen Coyle, come and like suck our cocks, or can we, you know what I mean, whatever they're singing to him. And about 2 weeks later, he says, I'm going to fucking Bolton Wanderers and I'm leaving Burnley. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, oh my god. Burnley. And his words were, I'll never forget it, he said, Bolton Wanderers are light years, or years ahead of Burnley in terms of sort of, you know, setup. And he left us, and Bolton stayed up and Burnley went down. I remember meeting Owen Cole's mate in a pub in Edinburgh, started chatting to him, and he was trying to convince me Owen Cole was a dick. Like, of course he is, he's not welcome in Burnley anyway. So 2009 has happened. We've gone up, we've gone down, but we've suddenly got a lot of money to spend. So 2 or 3 more years later, we're looking for another manager. Sean Darce turns up with a PowerPoint. He blew the chairman away, bored away. We've never seen a fucking computer before. Turns up with a PowerPoint saying exactly what he's going to do with his 442. We were like, oh my god, that's absolutely wonderful. Gave him job, but he says, okay, he's got the job. He says, where's the money? He was, what do you mean? Burnley, there's your Premier League money. He said, oh, we bloody spent it. It's all gone, Sean. He said, oh my god, what? But luckily, he was a pretty good manager, and he took us up in 14. We came second to Leicester. 14-15 happened, we goes down. But he's instead of like spending all the Premier League money on you know, on players, we spent 10 million on Brierfield, what I've just been showing you from a distance, creating Gawthorpe Mark II. Basically what happened. And then, alright, we went back down again, but then we went up again next season. Brierfield's not ready, but by the time 16-17 season starts, we're back in Premier League, and we've now got Brierfield, which means we can improve the performance levels. And then we're then in the league for stayed up in Premier League for 6 years till these Mormons just bought it and has been fucking things up. Not backing Vincent Kompany, when it should have bought Nathan Teller, who's now steering Bayer Leverkusen to fucking top of Bundesliga. Harry Kane's never going to get a medal. Anyway, you can see I love my football. I do love my football. Here's someone on a horse. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a bit gloomy over there, over Pendle. Hello. I think she needs a few gins, that way. She needs to lighten up. Oh, I can get a good shot of Gawthorpe Hall here. This is a good shot, and you'll get the pictures. Right, I'm going to dash through the. Should have come that way really, but you'll get. I think this is probably the best shot of Gawthorpe. I was on there not so long ago actually, watching my godson Lebo. He's currently on the books for Preston North End. I think he's turned 16 and he goes to Preston full time in the summer. Like, I was watching him play Burnley. I think it was 5-4 in the end. I'm blaming his defence, not his fault. Right, so you can see the pictures. I'll just see if we can get a shot of Gawthorpe Hall. There. Look at that. Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, it's very impressive when you get close in it. It's a museum, you can wander around it. That's Gawthorpe Hall. You know, like I say about Burnley, and that's where they do the training. You know, that's the Gawthorpe playing fields. Yeah. Like I said, Burnley, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen anything yet. We saw Townley Hall actually last time we did a video. That one's Gawthorpe. I'm really glad I'm quite eloquent on this. I was a bit worried. I'll explain why. Last weekend I was in Arran, and on the Friday I had my Estonian friends visit this like folk duo from Estonia, Humin I think they're called. Oh, they're very good. Anyway, I took them to the Arran Music Club, but my mate Brian next to me brought the whiskey out. I was knocking and I must have knocked back half a bottle of whiskey. Anyway, my other mate Michael had come to stay over. So me and him wake up Saturday morning, and we generally, if we wake up on the morning, a bit hungover, not very much to do that day, we generally put on some music videos and get to start drinking there, surfing the ABV. So I think we watched Stone Roses Blackpool Live. I don't watch it all the time, by the way, but I think we watched some of that. And what was the other one? I put the Verve on. And before you know it, Saturday night I'm doing a soiree in my house with the Estonians to my mates. It was quite good actually, very excellent. But still more drinking, ended up passing out, and then Sunday I just kept drinking. And then I had to come down Burnley on Monday. Oh my god, that was rough. Because I had to do like 8 hours of tidying up before I left. And I literally only just started to feel better now. Like, I think I had alcohol poisoning. But what can you do? You're a poet. As long as you don't die, I can get some work done. Because I've got some great work working on the theory that Atlantis was in Mexico City. I love it, honestly. I think I can prove it. But you just got to look at someone and say, "Where's Atlantis?" And they'll say, "I don't know." I'll say, "It's Mexico City." And the brains will just get some great cognitive dissonance going and saying, "Can't be, can't be." But the irony is that not Atlantis sunk under the waves, but after sinking under the waves, it was then built of, well, it's actually Lake Texaco or whatever, but after it sank under the waves, it was then built on top of with a concrete jungle. You're looking, how ironic is that? But I do digress. Oh, it's a beautiful day today. It's March, it's spring. There's not really any leaves on the trees yet. The deciduous ones. There's the carnage of last year's autumn. That's someone saying you've got to keep going this way. I mean, where else are you going to go? Oh, did you hear that? We're going down. It's not over yet, because Nottingham Forest might get loads of points deducted. We'll see, we just got to keep going. If we stay up this year, it'll be an absolute gift from God, like. But we are ran by Mormons. We are ran by Mormons. The Mormons were the 19th century Scientologists. Some random guy coming up with a load of shit. The Book of Mormon. And then saying, but the thing is, they're really good businessmen. I guess the Scientologists are, but that's just a pyramid scheme. What are those birds? Interesting call. I'm not really a twitcher. My flock are going to be missing me. I've got, I want to feed up in Scotland. I want to feed my flock. I've got about 20 different types of birds that turn up for the breakfast. How long have I been walking? 20 minutes, yeah, I think there's probably another 20 minutes to go. But if it cuts out before, I think I've got plenty of time. And juice, we'll see. Yeah, this is a long one, this one, because we're actually walking about 3 miles, I think, altogether. But like I say, this is the nicest way to get from Padiham up to where we're going. Hello. I'm just taking the scenic route. This is the best way to Timbobbin, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
Right till you get to the bridge across the river.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Straight up.
Cheers, love. It's like Spaghetti Junction round here. You can't get a minute's peace, honestly. Did you hear that? That's where we're going. Straight over at bridge. Posh folk. And it's a nice house, isn't it? Kind of. Nice little stream feeding the Calder. That one's called Brookfoot Farm. Yeah, the farm at the foot of the brook, and that's these are the brooks. We just saw the brook. See what you see. Oh, look at these though. I love it with the gloom today. It's like sunny but gloomy as well. It's coming out with a nice aesthetic on your walk. Now, that's what I was saying early on about that beyond the rim of the hill, there's people up there. And right in there, in that gap, that's Burnley. There, you can see the houses. Beyond, the moors, well, we'll get to one day. I was trying to figure out some routes, but once I've completed this, I've done Aki Road, I've done the walk to Padiham, along that back walk, I've done round Padiham, we've got to finish this and that takes me to Timbobbin. I guess there's one area that I'll have to, I think I probably have to go down Rose Grove, so I'll probably do a circuit, like in a circuit one day of West Burnley and come back to this area. So yeah, where will we do? Maybe I don't have to go, maybe I should go there and come back to that. Yeah, alright, we're gonna go there, I know where we're going. See how I use my brain then to calculate something to do. I have got one of the most interesting brains in the world because I come up with some great shit, like, honestly, don't know what's going on. But the thing is, it all makes sense, and it makes sense to me, and it will make sense to everybody else because I've got absolute confidence. I'm just like the best at what I do. Like, and I don't know what this is, going for a walk around Burnley, but I suppose it's, what it probably is, it's probably some kind of like alchemical sort of ritual, which I am identifying. You know, like the pagans would draw like circles and stuff like that, pentacles. Possibly something like that, you know, I'm maybe marking my territory or creating some kind of magic circles, but from which to draw like energy from, probably. I'm also like finishing off some poetry this year about Burnley. I've been writing No Nay Never now for a good few years, following the fortunes of Burnley Football Club, which seems to be the theme of the walk, seeing as we just passed the training ground. So yeah, let's talk about No Nay Never. By the way, if you just want to like watch this without me rabbiting off, just press fucking rabbiting on. Just press the fucking mute button. The Lancashire way. Always, that's always the best way, the Lancashire way. Oh, that reminds me of a recent incident. There's this girl I know. Oh my gosh, she's hot as fuck. She's like sending me like filming of her singing in the car and like getting dressed up and like sending me thoughts throughout the day. Oh, I'm just doing this. I'm just doing that. Oh my gosh, she's so hot. Thing is though, she had a kid with someone I know. and it's like, I don't know if it's a Burnley thing, I don't know if it's a Lancashire thing, or it's definitely a Burnley thing. You just don't go there. It's wrong. So I said to her, look, love, yeah, you're an amazing, beautiful woman, but I'm a Lancashire lad. Can't go there. To tell you the truth, I'm a lot more peaceful in my head because of it, because it's like I was in conflict, I was in torment. Blackbird there. Blackbird's my favourite birds. I love the song. And I love the sort of, you know, they'll walk have a chat with you, but they'll come and hang out with you. Well, pester you for food, like, but it's they'll interact. I do like that. Well, this is a great day for a walk. I'm proud to show you one of my favourite walks, you know. I am a lucky boy. Calder Valley. Look at that. And this is a shortcut. That's what I mean. If you want to get from the certain place to a certain place in Burnley, this is a shortcut. Probably at some point, I don't know. I don't know if I'll include fence in Pendle City. I probably won't. Maybe you'll see it. I try and stick to the actual conurbation. Fence is up there. And then Pendle Hill. Oh, I mean, look at that. It's breathtaking. This is where I live. When I'm not an Aaron. Yeah, that's we will be up that part of Burnley at some point. Up there. That's where was that, Marsden? For sure. It amazes me why people didn't use this. I mean, it's your classic sort of river. People didn't settle on this side around the Colne River. Maybe it's a bit floody or something. Well, you know, it's your classic city, you know, both European city vibe. Big river, bridge, you know, London. But instead, it was left. But I'm glad that it was left. Just filming my walk. It's very pretty around here, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, you're blessed. Yeah, you hear the way she said nice. It's like nice, nice, nice. That's pure le and nice. It's just we've got this like really interesting pronunciation of vowels. There's another one there. Oh, we don't say oh, we say ooh, oh. Anyway, whatever. You know what I mean. Proper Queen. It's the Queen's dialect. You've got the Queen's English, and I think Burnley's the Queen's dialect. Hello. Just filming my walk. It's beautiful.
Hello.
It's a nice little sort of. It's a pretty big complex of stuff down there. So down there, I think it's called Crow Wood. I can't remember. Might not be. But about a mile and a half from here, there was so lockdown 2020 happened. Like, Chairman Boris, you will not you can't even have a shit. You know what I mean? You have to have a mask on for go to the toilet. Blah blah. Anyway, trying to get out of the country. I was going to go to Greece in like March or like April, May. Flight kept getting cancelled. Finally get the green light to go sometime in July 2020. And I thought I'd spend 2 weeks in Burnley seeing everyone before I went on I had a week at the Lawrence Hotel in Padiham. I talked about it last time, but I also had a few days at a campsite up top, up here. Beautiful. So that in that period I used to that's when I really got to know this route. You know, I mean, look, it's amazing. Yeah, I think that's why they must own all these lands this far. And look at the size of it. Yeah, huge complex. So they look various warehouses building. I think they must own all of this, like. Oh look, we've been walking half an hour already. I'm going to take us to Padiham Road, if we can get there. I've stopped speaking. Oh my god. There must be more to talk about. No Nay Never, that's right, my poem No Nay Never. That's what I was talking about. Right? No Nay Never. So I think, when did I start writing No Nay Never? I think it was 2004. 2004, I've been writing Axis and Allies for about 3 years, and at that point I thought I'd finished it. So, I'm going to put my hat on. I thought I'd finished it in 2004, right? So I released myself to start writing experimenting with new forms of poetry. Morning. Just filming my walk, it's lovely. You've got an interesting pack of dogs, haven't you? Look at those babies. So I decided to start experimenting with different types of forms, including like Ightenhill of the Welsh, and among them with The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe has always been one of my favourite poems. Like, and the stanza form is great. Was on once a midnight weary, all and dreary, blah de blah. The lovely woman of Lenore. Can't remember the bit off the top of my head. Oh, we have to pass someone. Yeah, they've run out of path. We're going to go through here. We'll come back to the poetry in a bit when we start climbing that hill. It's fucking well steep. Keep me alive. So this is like, look, we're now coming to that bridge what that woman talked about. Hello, pal. Oh, hello.
Right.
You're beautiful.
Come on.
Right, so. Oh, that's a cool little bench, look at that. Oh, there's another one there. And there's like a pool. Oh, there's a pond. Ah, yeah, look, they're coming and check out the pond. Right. So, poetry 2004, experimenting with all the different forms. Start experimenting with the Edgar Allan Poe, the Raven stanza, and the Lenore rhyme. And there's another thing, another word. He goes, oh, and nevermore. I'm like, that's just like no nay never, no nay never, no more. The fucking Burnley theme tune till we play Bastard Rovers. So I think, oh, why don't I? Do you know what my brain? I told you my brain. Like, why don't I write the history of Burnley Football Club in the Raven stanza? Like, yeah. So I starts writing it. I get some cantos done. I think I ended it with Burnley missing the playoffs by a goal. I think that period. Then suddenly we get promoted, and and then we stay there. So I extended it, and then I extended it to us. So we're not going to go that way. That you can.